Alright guys, I've done a Minuteman video before, but I've gotten some new gear here and I wanted to kind of talk to you about what I've changed up. I've done some training and taken some classes and stuff, rifle classes and things like that, and I wanted to talk about what I've discovered and what I've changed about my setup because of this experience that I've had. Alright, so I'm going to go through my levels again one at a time and kind of explain why they are what they are. Alright guys, so first things first, level 1 gear is stuff that you want to be able to have on you at all times. Now, what I'm thinking is if it's before an SHTF or Tiatwaki or WROL, thing like that, as things are right now, my first line gear, what I keep closest to me is, of course, I keep my Glock next to the bed, but I also keep my AR handy right next door, or not next door, right next to the door. And this is actually what I consider my first line gear. This is my Mayflower APC plate carrier. Alright? Now, the pistol is what I would grab first. You know, that's if I heard a bump in the night or something like that, that's what I'm going to grab first. And it's going to be my typical check. Now, if I heard a window crash or the door fling open, something like that, I'm grabbing the vest because it's got plates, it's got extra ammo, and I'm grabbing the rifle. I can put a lot more rounds out with the rifle and reload, and it's got a tritium optic on it, so I can see it see the optic at night, and it's got rails. I can mount a flashlight. I usually don't, but I can. I have a flashlight to mount on it, and I've got some night vision, as you know, in my level 3 stuff. But as of right now, that would be what I consider my level 1. After something goes down, if we had an EMP or the government collapses, I don't think any of that's going to happen. But if it did, things would change, and this would be my level 1. Alright? Right here, this is my belt. And it's an SOE Riggers belt with a Cobra buckle. And what I like about it is I can actually run it through my pants and wear it all the time, or I can grab it and throw it over the top like I just did. Now, if this was in a situation where things had already, we'd already lost the rule of law, this is what I would carry around me all the time. It's not too cumbersome, it's not too heavy. I'm out doing stuff in the garden, taking out the trash, whatever. There is no more law, then yes, I'm going to carry openly, and I'm going to carry some extra magazines on me. What I've got on here is I've got 4 AR magazines, I've got 2 pistol magazines, I've got my Glock, and I've got a canteen. Alright? Now, the reason that I changed up my previous setup to this is because I didn't want anything on the front of my legs right here. I want to be able to get my knee as high as I can, because when you get into certain shooting positions and you're getting that one knee up, or you're crouching in a certain way, where I had my ammo pouches before, it was obstructing my movement. Now, I also had things back here. Now you can see I don't have anything back there. The reason for that is if you're on your back or you're crawling or you're moving, there's shooting positions you can get in on your back, and I didn't want anything right there. So now everything's on my sides. Alright, I'm not really on my side very much, and I try to keep it uniform, about the same size, so if I am on my side, it's about the width of my shoulder here, so it's even. Alright? Now, so after a WROL event, my rifle and my plate carrier would become my level 2 gear. Alright, level 3 is still my pack here. Same pack, I've just moved some stuff around on it. Alright, as you can see, I've got my 2 things that used to be on my back on the side of my pack. What those are is a complete medical kit. Now, that's not just a tourniquet and bandages and stuff like that. It's everything. It's got band-aids, it's got tweezers, toenail clippers, Neosporin, and it's got anti-itch cream and antifungal. It's got everything. It's got a little bit of everything in that pack. It's also got gun cleaning supplies. It's got water filtration. It's got a entrenching tool. It's got night vision in there. I mean, it's got everything, and it only weighs about 25-30 pounds, which is nice. It's got a couple MREs, it's got water, it's got everything, and it's still pretty light. You get lightweight stuff, and it takes away some of the weight. But that's my level 3 gear. Now, the only thing that I'm really missing is I want a type of blowout kit to go on here. I either want something really flat, low profile. I know Mayflower and SOE make something that's real flat and low profile, and I don't want everything in there. You know, I got everything in that other medical kit, but what I want on this is just a tourniquet and maybe some quick clot and maybe a bandage or two to hold it in place. But you know, this is my setup now, and like I said, I went to some training, and you see guys with those battle belts that have stuff wrapped all the way around, and they couldn't move either. Alright, so you don't want to overburden yourself in any one place. I saw guys that had just a vest, and they had everything all the way around. Well, in the midst of a fighting, you know, they couldn't touch anything on their own back. So there was stuff that they couldn't use either. And then they were real top heavy. Those guys were complaining about their back hurting. So I think I've got a nice setup here that splits the weight between my hips here and then my chest and back. Alright? Any questions about anything, let me know. It's a process, you know. Like I said in my last video, you know, it took me a couple years to get to that. Here we are, you know, 6 months later, taking a class, and I've kind of come up with something that I think works a little better. So thanks for watching, guys, and remember, people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Thanks for watching.